Hello and good late morning. It is Angie Atkinson, and on this channel, I offer free daily video coaching to help you discover, understand, and overcome narcissistic abuse in toxic relationships. I like to call it toxic relationship rehab. So if that sounds good to you, just go on ahead and hit that subscribe button, and we'll just get going. So it is April the 26th, 2018. I am sorry I'm late. Today did not go as planned, but everything is okay. So, how is everybody feeling? What is happening with you? It is Thankful Thursday. So, as always, I like to start out by sharing what I'm grateful with and asking what I'm grateful for and asking you to do the very same thing. So, let me just start us off, shall I? Today, I'm grateful for my health. I'm grateful for my family, my home, grateful for the cars in the driveway, grateful for all of you, grateful for the food in the fridge, grateful for my company, the people that are working with me now, grateful for Melina, who's my business manager, who's going through a hard time moving and dealing with all that stress right now. I am grateful for just life in general, grateful for a supportive school for my kids, and all kinds of other things. So tell me, what are you grateful for today? Let's hear it in the comments while I say hello to everybody. Where was I? Let's see. Hello, Shannon. Welcome, my friend and awesome Mod Squad member. And Rue is in the house. Hey, Rue, welcome. Justine M in the house. Hello and welcome. Beg and Bark is back. Hello. How are you? Good to see you again. How are you feeling? Scott is here. Hello, Scott. Good morning. And Cute Rabbit says, hello, darling. Hello, darling. And we have Dawn Elizabeth saying hello to myself and Justine. Stacy, the sparkly star in the house. Hey, love, how you doing? And Filmmaker Media is here. Says, good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's see here. Dawn Elizabeth says, hi, Cute and Scott. And Catherine Howell is here. Hello, Catherine, and welcome. Dawn Elizabeth says, hey to Rue, and Sparkly Ann says, hey, Angie and everyone. I am grateful for feeling good today. Oh, yes, my friend, that is a very beautiful thing. I am always into that. Yes, love when I feel good. Sparkly Ann says, I already read that. Hello, Sparkly Ann. Did I mention I really like your name? It's cute. Renee Goodell says, feeling better this morning, better than a couple days ago. I'm grateful for Angie in this group. Thank you so much, Renee, and I'm grateful for you as well. I appreciate you, my friend, and I'm glad to hear that you're feeling better. Dawn Elizabeth says, hi, Catherine. And Deborah says, hello. Well, hello, Deborah Olinger. Welcome to our Spanily. Happy to have you today. Catherine Howell says hi to Dawn. Watchman's Eyes says hello from Fort Lauderdale. Jealous. Hello. Welcome to the Spanily. And Tina Senk is here. Hello, Tina. Yeska is back. Hello, Yeska. Welcome back. And Jackie Jean is here. Hello, Jackie Jean, live for the first time. I knew it. How you doing, girl? Happy to have you and welcome to our Spanily, Jackie Jean. Jamie is here. Hello, Jamie. Welcome back. Says, good morning, Angie. My narcissist did not even notice I completed the project I've been waiting for him to do, and grateful it worked. Good for you for doing that. And I'm not surprised that the narcissist didn't notice. Sadly, that's more common than I would like to say, because if the project wasn't right in his face or behind or physically attached to him, he may not be aware of it at all. But I'm so proud of you for doing it yourself because, hey, that's one step closer to your independence, my friend. Good for you. Hello, Dima. Welcome back. Jennifer Smith in the house says, good morning. I am grateful that I and my son get to move out of state. Oh, yes, Jennifer, that is amazing. And I'm so happy for you as well. Let's see here. Bag and Bark Pet Sitting is so grateful for her business. Awesome. Tink Rapucci, hello Tink, how are you? Says, hi Angie, thank you for your incredible videos. My pleasure, and thank you for being here today, Tink. How are you? Let's see here. Leanie Anderson says, hi Angie, greetings from a stormy Sweden with thunder and rain. We have some bright sun over here in the States today, or at least over here in St. Louis. But I do love a good rainstorm. I can't lie to you about that. It always makes me sleep well and feel all cozy and whatnot. At least as long as I don't have to leave the house. I love a good rainstorm. But welcome back, Leanie. Stephanie Borham is here. Hello, Stephanie. Welcome to the Spanily. She says your videos have helped me load, so thank you. Absolutely my pleasure. Happy to have you today. Madam Maiden is here and says, My ex, and by the way, welcome, madam. Where was I? Hold on. Madam Maiden. There she is. She says, my ex is acting like we can be friends because our breakup was not anyone's fault. It's like he has amnesia. I very much loved him because things were not changing and it was super unhealthy. All right. I've done a video on whether or not you can be friends with a narcissist, madam. And the fact is, you really can't. And you already know that. But watch that video and it'll explain a little bit more about why. But what I think he's doing is trying to suck you back in and keep you in the circle of supply. He's trying to hoover you. So also watch my videos on resisting the hoovering hoover maneuver. Stay strong because obviously you left him for a good reason. And now might be a really good time for you to go ahead and make your list of reasons that you left and tuck it away in case you forget. Because the longer we stay away from them and the more they pressure us to allow them back in, the easier it is to forget the bad stuff. So take the time now while you still remember, to write that stuff down just for your own sanity later. Trust me, you won't regret it. Shannon O'Brien says, hello, Jackie Jean. And Scott says, I'm grateful for the new start in life. Oh, yes, my friend. It is a beautiful thing, isn't it? Jack Lumen is here. Hey, welcome back, my Twitter friend. How are you? Says, I'm grateful for the practice of gratitude. I actively practiced it for a time, and it did change my life. Yes, it does. And that's why I tell everybody every day we should all think of 10 things we're grateful for and 3 things we love about ourselves. And that's a special little add-on for survivors because we need to remember that stuff. We spend so much time not remembering what we love about ourselves because we spend a lot of time being pushed down by a narcissist. So it's important that we work on that as well. So thank you so much and welcome back, my friend. Jackie Jean says thanks to Shannon. And Tina says, why do they deny they're cheating? Great question. Because they don't take personal responsibility for anything, pretty much. And if they don't deny they're cheating, then they're usually on the higher end of the spectrum where they're just like, yeah, I did it. So, but they do deny it because they want to avoid the consequences of having done it, whether that's you getting upset, you leaving, or whatever. That's why they deny it. They don't take personal responsibility. You're welcome, Sparkly Ann. And filmmaker says, I'm grateful for my lawyer. Oh, yeah, I can dig that. Absolutely. Yeah. Dima says, I say, it is your opinion. When I talk with the narcissist, it works. Yeah, absolutely. I like to say opinions are like, beep, everyone's got one. But that sometimes makes people mad. Don't really say that. Charisma Jones says, good morning. Hey, Charisma, how are you? We haven't seen you in a while. She says, good morning, everyone. Missed y'all. We missed you too. I'm so happy to see you today. She says, I've been through so much. Save that for another submission. Thankful for life and you all. I'm thankful that you're back with us. Tell us what's going on, honey. Happy to see you. Dawn Elizabeth says, I'm grateful for reclaiming my freedom from the court system. My case was expunged 2 years ago. High five. That is awesome news. And I'm totally with you on the gratitude on that one. Good morning, Sharon Boyd, and welcome. Hello, Susie Bessie, and welcome back. Began Bark says, Maiden, they try the friend route. Don't trust it. Truth. Dawn Elizabeth says, hello to Sharon and Charisma. And Bluebird Linz is back. How you doing? Welcome back. Shannon says, I'm thankful for all the people in my life who I care about and who care about me. Yes, ma'am, and I hope you count me as one of them. Dawn Elizabeth says, is one of the ones that cares about you anyway. Dawn Elizabeth says, hey to Dima, and Philip Martin is here. Hello, Philip, and welcome. Says, I'm grateful for 6 months narc free. That is amazing. Congratulations. Hands up for Philip, everybody. Jackie Jean says, good morning, all. Grateful made live. Oh, I'm grateful you're here too, Jackie Jean. Welcome, welcome. Cute Rabbit says, I wish if my eyes were a camera to record every moment I was abused. Well, they kind of were. But I don't, and I understand why you think that way, because I think a lot of us wish we could really show people what we went through. But at the same time, as you're moving forward, you're going to wish that less often. You're not going to want to dwell on that anymore. But I absolutely understand where you're coming from. And quite honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if one day that doesn't become reality. All right, let's see here. Bear with me one second here. So, all right. Let's see. Jack Lumen says, I see you got a shout out, Shannon O'Brien. I should say that I'm grateful to know that you and Malta, people I know, are on the mod squad here. Yes, great people here. Yes, we are very blessed to have an awesome mod squad. And of course, Malta is no longer a regular, but for a long time, he was our only mod pretty much. I mean, well, we had a few others, but he was the one that was here daily. Now we have a whole squad, and Malta actually named the squad. I feel like I have like a little piece of, oh, there it is. Did I get it? A little piece of hair. Okay, let me get back to it. I'm sorry about that, y'all. All right. Bluebird Lens says, hey, Dawn. Madam says, beg and bark pet sitting. How heartbreaking. It's like he's finally being nice all the time. Thank you for having my back. That's awesome. Sharon Boyd says, first time. Well, that's right. That's why I said, welcome, Sharon. How are you? Happy to have you, my friend. And hey, Maura DeLuca, welcome back. Welcome back. Wait a minute. I lost my spot again. No. I don't want to miss any questions. Okay, here we go. So Jackie Jean, okay, Susie, hey Susie, she says, grateful winter is over. Yes, indeed, my friend. Reese Morgan is here. Hello, Reese, welcome. She says, just found you. Thankful for your wonderful videos, Angie. Thank you. And I apologize if I called you she and you're really a he. Just let me know in the chat. Michelle MD is here, says, I'm grateful to have a new start, have my life back, my dogs, my son, myself, my house, and finding you. That is amazing, Michelle. Welcome, welcome. I'm so happy to have you. Dawn Elizabeth says, hi, Reese. And Bluebird Lynn is thankful for her family. Big hugs and love to you, my friend. I'm with you on that one. Hello, Miss Rose Hargrove. I miss you. I missed you. Well, I guess I see you almost every day, but how you doing? She says, grateful to be here. I'm happy to have you. Yeah, Bacon Bark Pet Sitting says to Maiden, they do that. They pretend nothing happens. You should go no contact. It does help. I totally agree. Hello, Alikia. Bluebird Lynn says, my nurse said the same thing, that it wasn't anyone's fault. That's because they can't take their own responsibility ever for anything, ever. But that's cool because, you know, we got that. We got that. All right. Thank you, Beg and Bark. Sharon says, I'm so thankful for all of you and this site. Thank you so much. And Cute Rabbit says, may God be with you. For people who can't go no contact, it's the worst feeling ever. I absolutely agree. Alika says, hi, can you please tell me whether my narcissist is going to get back to me? Because he said to me not to contact him back 3 weeks ago, and I have to know if he has a new supply. Please reply. They do tend to try to suck you back in most of the time. And very often they move on very quickly to the new supply. I suggest that you don't focus on that and that you instead focus on healing yourself so you don't fall back into another abusive relationship. Let me know if you have additional questions. Casey Hall says, why is my narcissist ex keeping my pictures on Facebook when he discarded me last month and had another girlfriend the other day? Well, maybe to torture you, maybe because you're attractive and he wants everyone to see what a beautiful person he can attain. Could be a number of reasons. Let me know what you think. Dawn says, hi, Angie. I'm also grateful for your reasons why to leave the narcissist video. That's awesome. I'm so glad it was helpful for you, Dawn. Bluebird Lynn says, I'm moving tomorrow back to Texas. My mom arrived yesterday to help me. I'm thankful she's here. That is awesome. I bet you will be so much more at peace at that time. Recovery with Cresta says, hi, love. Well, hi, love. Yeah, love you back. Hello. Keep up the good work. Out here working. Right on, right on. Happy to have you here, Cresta. Rue says, my recently an ex narcissist told me that he'd been with someone else for 13 months, is getting married, and wants me to wait a month until he's back from Canada. So I'm grateful for your wonderful videos. Oh, I'm so sorry. You certainly don't deserve that at all. So I think what you're saying to me is that you were with this person, but he's been cheating on you for over a year. Is that what you're saying? Ooh, I'm glad that my videos were helpful for you, Rue, and welcome to this family again. Dawn Elizabeth says, oh, cute, thanks, and with good reason. I'm struggling with this horrendously. I totally feel you, honey, and so do the rest of us here, I think. Tina says, thank you. Began Bark says, oh my gosh, Angie, mine denied it even though I saw it with my own eyes. They literally will. I mean, sometimes, you can literally say to them, they might, like, here's an example. I've used this before, but they might even say to you, hey, you know what? You have a big, stupid nose. And I use that because I don't think anybody really says that. And then you could like literally repeat right back to them, did you just say that I had a big, stupid nose? And they would say, no. They would deny it. I mean, I can't tell you how many times that I've wanted to record their conversation just to oh, really? Play it right back to them. I mean, how frustrating. Beg Bark says, Maiden, it gets better. Hang in there. I totally agree. Leanie is narc free for 6 weeks. Hands up for Leanie, everybody. She says, I started to go to a psychologist recently. I have to remind myself every day that I was not the crazy one. She says, thankful that he left me alone so far anyway. Yeah, Leanie, he may not leave you alone forever, but I'm glad that you're seeing a doctor or getting some help with this. And you're not the crazy one, for sure. Stick with us, honey. Between us and your psychologist, you're definitely in the right, you're moving in the right direction. I assume that your psychologist understands narcissistic abuse and NPD as well. Jack Lumen says, I finally got down to animal control to socialize the dogs and cats and brought the rest of my family along last Saturday. We're going to make it a weekly thing. I love that. That is such a positive, healthy thing to do, and also something that's really good for the animals. I love me some animals. Awesome, Jack. That's awesome. Dawn Elizabeth says, question, Angie, what's the difference between intermittent explosive and BPD? I've been trying to research this on my own and didn't get very far. Well, you know what? That's something that would require a video, but basically I think it just might be a difference in like paper. Does that make sense? Like on paper, it might look a little different, but I think in person, it's very similar. But hold on and I'll do a video for you on that. Let's see. Maura says, hi, tribe. I'm thankful for the few moments with y'all before you work. I'm thankful for you as well, Maura. Have a great day at work today. Madam Maiden says, Begenbar, thank you. Thank you for loaning me some strength. That goes for all of you too. Right on. Sharon Boyd says, I'm just beginning my journey, but I feel optimistic because of this site. Thank you. Sharon, that's great news. And I totally understand where you're coming from. I think all of us can relate to that. We have people here on all different levels of recovery. So stick with us, honey. We'll help you get through it. Jack Lumen says, hi, More DeLuca. Good to find gratitude in the small and simple things, right? Absolutely. I mean, if you can find gratitude in the smaller, simple things, all you're going to do is attract more gratitude, more reasons for gratitude into your life. It's a beautiful thing. Renee Goodell says, cheers to Philip. And whoops, gosh darn it. I hate when that thing just scrolls down without my permission. All right. Dawn Elizabeth says, I wish mine would leave me alone. He's been at this for years, Leanie. Oh, honey, I'm so sorry. Some of them are really persistent. Oh, no. Maura says the PFA was dropped and my daughter's back to seeing her dad. He's right back to texting me too much and I'm back to gray rocking. Honey, I'm so sorry. Keep on gray rocking. He's probably looking for lots of your attention because, as we know, he's a narcissist and needs it. Just remember, and I don't even need to tell you, I already know that you know, but remember who matters, and that's you and your girl, and do your best from there. I'm so sorry this is happening. Cute Rabbit says, if you please, I hope from you to do a favor. Wish if you can go live with Sasha Sloan. I love you both. I do not know her, but I will definitely try to remember to reach out to her and see what we can do. Jamie says, thankful for my nephew's baseball game starting. I love spending time with him. He's like my best friend. Oh, I love that. That's so sweet. Jack says to Jackie Jean, thank you for pointing out. I don't know if I have the same problem for sure, but I know that my narcissist mother's abuse had a similar impact. I condone way too much manipulation from some women. It's unfortunately common, Jack, and I used to condone way too much, of this type of behavior from men as well. I can't, when I look back, I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? I can't believe I put up with that stuff. But now I know better. And when we know better, what do? We do better. So remember that. Stick with us. We'll get through it. Dawn says, I'm thankful for cleaning my bathroom. Girl, I feel you. I need to do that in mine right now. I need to go reorganize my whole vanity situation. It's bad. Nicole Angelina, hey girl, hey, how you doing? Welcome back. And Maura says, Dawn Elizabeth, me too. I did that this morning too. Right on. Look, Shannon O'Brien too. What is Thursday bathroom cleaning day? I'll add that to my schedule. All right. Jack says, oh, and Jack did it too. He says, I actually enjoy doing it, but thankfully my wife keeps me safe from silly people that ask me to scrub their toilets and such. What a nice wife you have, Jack. Yeah. I have a really lazy way to clean my toilet, and that is I have these little, I don't even know what brand it is, some kind of drop in, like you put the little stick on the thing and you just scrub it out a couple times a week. It's great. It never gets dirty. But my vanity situation is ridiculous. I need to really overhaul the whole thing. I mean the vanity of the bathroom. Okay, moving right along. And luckily I have an extra bathroom in my bedroom, so it's not like the whole world can see it, but still. Okay. Dawn Elizabeth says it feels good, Shannon and Maura, and thank you. And Jack says, Jackie Jean, what do you do then to restore boundaries, as in protect yourself from manipulative acquaintances? Well, from my perspective, Jack, it's about beginning to respect yourself enough, beginning to value yourself enough that you do not, that you would protect yourself in the same way you would protect someone else that you love. So how would you protect your child in this situation? How would you protect your wife in this situation? What would you want your kid to do, or your wife to do if someone was trying to overcome their boundaries? How would, you know what I mean? Think about it from that perspective. Think about it. Sometimes if we can think about, what if someone I loved was going through the same thing I'm going through? How would I want them to respond? And that's the same kind of advice you would give to yourself. Does that make sense? But in general, it's about deciding what your boundaries are and loving yourself enough to support them and defend them if you need to. Yeah. Shannon says, hello, Maura. Good to have you back. LJ is here. Hello, LJ. Says, my narcissist, soon to be ex, accidentally sent me a text with a hotel name and address. I looked at his New Supplies Instagram page, and there was a note clearly written by name, states, what a fun night, the date. I'm so sorry, LJ. How frustrating. Do you think that the narcissist was trying to cause you to have some kind of conflict or drama? Because they do love the drama. Let me know what you think. Dawn says, thanks, Jack. I hope to have company later this spring or summer. Hey, James, welcome back, my friend. And Canada says, your videos have helped me so much. Thank you. Happy healing. Hugs and love to you. And thank you so much for popping in with us. Welcome to the Spanily, Canada. Dawn says hi to James, and Bluebird Lynn says, I'm thankful for people who care about what I'm feeling and thinking. Right? Wow, what a great statement, because you know what? That is something that narcissists never do for us. And I think, in so many ways, being here and being able to, kind of put our minds together, our souls together, it works out really nicely for all of us. Nicole Angelina is thankful for Coffee Cats and Mary Jane. Here you go. Maura says, they do. I swear my daughter's dad must have ghost written that Shaggy song. It wasn't me. I hear you. That's a great song. It's a horrible song, but it's one of those songs that it always makes me mad when I hear it. But, yeah. All right, let's see here. Oh, so LJ is continuing saying that the New Supply says, love you. Says, I love you. And she says, he wrote me a similar note on the track of our dinner receipt 9 years ago. Do you think this is a coincidence? No, LJ. As a matter of fact, what's really funny about that is that narcissists very often will follow the same relationship path over and over again. So we know that sometimes they tend to be serial monogamists, so-called. And what they tend to, they might tend to take you to the same places. They might tend to give you the same poems, call you the same nickname. It's ridiculous. So no, I don't think it was a coincidence. I think he's messing with your head or playing the same old, the usual on this person. I'm sorry this is happening to you. I know it must be devastating, but stick with us. We'll help you get through it. Jamie says, I do have a question. Something happened last May with me getting a restraining order on his overt narc friend. Should I forgive my narcissist husband for taking his side? No. I mean, okay, hold on. Should you forgive him? Yeah, but not to him, only for yourself. Because listen, and what I mean by forgive is release the feelings of anger and betrayal and frustration. But I would certainly not ever trust that person again, because clearly siding with his friend, I don't know. I mean, he's a narcissist, the friend's a narcissist. I understand you don't like holding grudges, but siding with his friend over you getting a restraining order, obviously he did something serious for you to want to get a restraining order. I would expect my husband to drop the person that harassed me to the point that I had to go to court and get a restraining order. I think most of us would. That is one of those situations, Jamie, where we have a high tolerance for abuse because maybe you were abused growing up or you were neglected growing up or maybe not. But for whatever reason, at this point, that's not okay. There's nothing okay about that. If your husband is going to take someone else's side over yours in a situation that serious, I think that's a deal breaker for me personally. Should you let go of it personally? Yeah, if you think you're ready to do that. Should you forgive him? Only in so much as you stop dwelling on it, not to him at all. And never trust him again because he's made it very clear where his loyalty lies, which is supposed to be with you and isn't. And that's not right. I'm sorry to be so harsh, but that's the way I see it. Let me know your thoughts. Jack says, Dawn Elizabeth, good for you. Even if my wife doesn't share my enthusiasm, she tells these opportunists to get your own man to do it. Nice. Rue says, he told me he would only consider breaking up the marriage with her and come back to me oh my God, if I had something else better to offer because she's helping him get a house. I think I dodged a bullet there. You think? Yeah, absolutely. That is outrageous and offensive to me on so many levels. I'm so sorry that someone even said that to you. I mean, who the heck does he think he is? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, honey, I absolutely 100% agree with you. You dodged a flippin' bullet. That's outrageous. Oh my gosh. High Priestess is here and says, I'm an empath and I'm newly single. I thought I was healed from narc abuse, but I've attracted yet another narcissist. I put up my boundaries up front and it protected me. That's great. So you did attract a narcissist, but you didn't get hurt. Is that what you're telling me? And if that's the case, that's okay. I mean, it sucks for you, but at least you aren't in pain as a result of it. So stay strong and keep those boundaries up. Narcissists are naturally attracted to empaths because our light shines a little bright. Our light kind of draws them in because they're all dark. You know what I mean? So I can dig that. Stephanie says, P.S. Angie, I've never met you, obviously, but you have a nice, oops, Stephanie. It just went all the way down to the bottom of chat. Hold on, I'll find her. Oh, sorry, guys. Okay, hello, Angie. Okay, there we go. Okay, Angie, I've never met you, obviously, but you have a really nice warming aura. I'm glad I found your videos. Thank you so much, Stephanie. I appreciate you. Rose says, surgery is scheduled for May 22nd, but the house is a mess and sun is not helpful. My eyesight is very poor. Need to find help near Denver. You know, Rose, I tell you, that kid is, I mean, he's an adult, by the way. Her son is an adult. Do you feel responsible for him? Is that why you're not throwing him out of the house? Does he do anything to help? I know he costs you a lot of money, and I know that he makes your life harder. Does he do anything to make your life easier ever? I don't know what your health insurance is, but sometimes you can get help through that since your eyesight is poor. You can your Medicare, Medicaid, something like that might be able to help. If you have private insurance, maybe even better. But you can get like someone to come into the house and kind of help tidy up and do some things like that. Certainly, we can find housekeepers and things like that. I don't know what your situation is budget wise, but I know that housekeepers, depending on where you live, and I don't know about Denver, but sometimes they're cheap, sometimes they're not. So, but maybe, for something like a big once over, it might be a little bit. I know you can't throw him out right now, Rose, but I wish you could, because I think he's not good to you at all. And it really frustrates me as someone who does not have a parent like you who's so loving and open and caring. So hugs and love to you, my friend. Billy says, aloha, thank you for knowing how to use body language to remain calm and collected. Thankful for. Right on, that's important. It is, absolutely. Good for you, Billy. Miss Rose is here. Hello, Miss Rose. How are you? Welcome, welcome. She says, good afternoon, all. I have been doing the 10 things I'm grateful for and 3 things I like about myself exercise in the morning for about a week or so, and it has been very affirming. Yes, ma'am. Keep going because it really does change your life if you keep at it. I promise you that. Dawn Elizabeth says, yes, Stephanie, that's why I changed my mind and decided to check her out. Right on. Thank you. Let's see. Bluebird Lynn says, I was attracted to Angie's glitter background. That is literally why I clicked on her first video. I like sparkly things. That's why I have that background. And pink is my favorite color. I mean, you should see my office. It's pink, pink, pink. Lots of pink and some black. All right, let's see here. Dawn Elizabeth says, hi, Rose. Rose says he keeps telling me I act like a child. Girl, you do not deserve that. You're such a sweet, loving person, and he just keeps abusing you. You don't deserve it, Rose. You don't deserve it. I want you to think about what would happen if you did evict him from the house. What would happen? How bad could it be? Would you have some more peace there? Is he paying any bills? I mean, I don't know. Miss Rose says, I'm starting to feel better, thanks. That is great news. Great news. Filmmaker Media says, as we are going through this divorce, my narcissist wife says, I hope we can be F buddies after this. Wow. I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah, not happening is smart because they definitely try to suck you back in with that stuff. Jack says to High Priestess, I hope you're not discouraged. It sounds like you did well keeping your boundaries strong. I agree. Bluebird Len says, Rose, projection. Yeah, good point. Miss Rose says, hey, Dawn. Billy says, I'm thankful I haven't got children with an art girl. I'm telling you what, that is serious. Serious stuff. It's really rough. It is. I have my oldest with a narcissist. Canada says, you're inspiring me to slowly move out of the toxic place I live with a narcissist and sociopath family members. They drain my energy and have no morals, boundaries, or respect for my space. I totally hear you, honey. Rose Hargrove says, hey, Dawn and Spanily. Nicole Angelina says, Rue, you won. Fools be gone in your life. Preach. Yes. Jack Lumen says, wow, to Filmmaker Media. She's got some gall, right? Good for you for saying no. Agreed. James says, I realized I haven't really been overwhelmed or triggered in a while by the same things as before. Beautiful, beautiful progress sign. Very good stuff, James. Glad to hear it. Dawn Elizabeth says, I'm pushing familyless myself, Canada. I've got my oldest brother left. Oh my gosh. I actually kind of can relate to that, but I am grateful that I have my in-house family and a couple of other family members that I deal with still. Canada says, happy healings all. Thank you for your time and videos. Absolutely. Morris says, thank you, Angie Atkinson. That was helpful and positive note to start my workday on. Love to you all. I'll try to sneak a listen while at work. Right on, girl. Alika says, oh, my nose is so itchy. Sorry, guys. Says, one day before breaking up with my narcissist, he said he will be with me if I satisfy his requirements. And the very next day, he asked me not to be in contact as he was not happy to be with me. You deserve better than that. We all do. None of us deserves to be forced to come to some kind of, bull crap, requirement. You don't deserve that. So stay focused on what you want and not what you don't want. You want somebody who likes you for who you are right now in this moment, But also right now, I wouldn't be with anybody if I were you. I would certainly move toward healing first. Yep. Dawn Elizabeth says, hi, Other Rose. Filmmaker Media says, thank you to Jack Lumen. And Jackie Jean says, I had posted that my narcissist is a platonic girlfriend. Not surprising as mom is. I get it. I've had one of those as well. Canada says, Dawn, it is so hard when they are family. Stay strong. It is. You're absolutely right. James says, now if somebody's really pushy, I freak out and have to power my phone off. Guessing this is me putting my boundaries up. Yeah, absolutely it is. And don't doubt yourself. When you need to turn your phone off, turn your darn phone off, Don't let somebody be pushy with you. And if that means you need to pull away from that person, well, follow your gut. Your gut is what is going to save you, your intuition, All right, let's see here. James says, now if somebody's really pushy, oh, I already did that one. Miss Rose says, hey, Angie, I didn't get to ask a question last time you were on with Dana. My question was whether you know or if anyone else in the community has ever had an amicable breakup with a narcissist. I'll tell you something, Ms. Rose. Actually, in a way, I kind of had one with my first husband, my ex-husband. He um, once he realized I was not coming back, he pretty much, only mild threats, and he gave me what I wanted, which was we had nothing. So the only thing I wanted was my child and sole custody. He kind of acted like he was going to fight me on that, but then the judge asked me to explain why I wanted sole custody, and I did. And then I told the narcissist that I would just fill his whole family in on why I wanted sole custody if he didn't let it be. Is that acceptable? I'm not saying it's acceptable, but I was very young at that time, and that's how I handled it. So, but other than that, it was, relatively amicable. But I don't think in general that other narcissists I've been involved with have not been so easy. So a lot of times, sometimes they just fade away, and that's about as close to amicable as you can get with them usually. I think the more covert types are less likely to make it hard, but in general, they're all going to do whatever they can on their own level to keep you sucked in and inside of the drama bubble as much as possible. But I would ask, all of you, does anyone have, when you broke up with your narcissist, was it amicable? Was it painful? Was it horrible? I mean, mine was horrible, don't get me wrong, but I felt like it could have been a lot worse. You know what I mean? So, Q Rabbit says, thanks, lovely Angie. Back at you. And Angela Ramsey's here. Hello. Says, hello, Angie. Last night, my friend and I talked about our narcissistic abuse recovery and suddenly found a queen bee trapped in her lounge. That's just like the universe being like, what's up? That's really cool. I like that. Signs and stuff. If you have a minute, you should go to the Queen Being website and see why I picked that as my symbol. Canada says, you're so inspiring. Never stop the vids, girl. Thank you so much. Bluebird Lens says, I have been writing down all of my triggers and writing down how I feel when I'm uncomfortable so I can get to the root of the wound. That's important, and that will really help. Hey, Nikki Lee, welcome back. Lee in Nova Scotia in the house says, hello, adulthood. How you doing? Miss Rose said, is it simply impossible given their disorder to have the amicable breakup? I think mostly yes. I think the best you can hope for is uneventful. The best you can hope for is that they quickly move on to a new supply and don't have the time to do the smear campaign thing. Yeah, it's pretty much what happened in my case. Raquel Molina says, good morning. Hello, Raquel. Welcome back. I found a job, start Monday, temp to hire. Congratulations. New date for almost divorce process for 3 years now. Oh my gosh, sorry to hear that. Said, sorry about your kitty. Oh, that was a while ago, but thank you so much. Hugs and love to you, my friend. Happy to see you today. Dawn Elizabeth says, yes, Canada, I'm going low contact with my second oldest sister, and I'm grieving her and my middle siblings. It sucks. I understand. Gloria says, Canada, hey, I left a narc and fled to a shelter in December in Canada. I'm in the States now. Leave. Being alone is better than toxic. My mother, brother, and one sister are toxic. Hello, Gloria, and I totally agree with you. The fact of the matter is that I don't think people understand how different it can really be. And when you grow up with this in your life, you don't even know what can really occur. So I totally agree with you. Thank you for sharing that. Dawn Elizabeth says, hey, Nikki, love back at you, and thanks. Una says, hello, Una, welcome. That's my grandmother's name, Una. Well, sort of. She's passed away now. She didn't go by that. She went by something else, her middle name, but her first name was Una. Are you from Ireland? She says, I'm thankful that I have good friends who know my daughter and understand my struggle living with her and my great-granddaughter. I'm still here for my living with her and my granddaughter. I'm still here for my granddaughter. That's a very good thing, my friend. Canada says, I'm trying to low contact my toxic aunt. It's a process. Just keep going. It's going to be worth it. Jamie says, James, yes, I turned off my messenger every time my narc mom was on. Took her a week to actually call me. Excuse me. Oh, Angela says, we looked up Queen Bee meeting online and found your website, of course. I've been following you for a while, so I'm surprised I did not make the link. That's awesome. Right on. That's funny that you said that because that's really cool. Canada says, Gloria, wow, that's amazing. I have not many strong friends support, so hearing how independent you guys and strong are is great. Yeah, it absolutely. It's a process, Canada. Sometimes it seems like, oh my gosh, this is never going to end, but it does get better and time passes and we heal and we do better. Yes. Yeah. Jack Lemon says, did LJ leave? I think Angie's just catching up to part 2. Don't think it's a coincidence at all. Yeah, I don't know for sure. Help me understand what you mean. Oh yeah, no, I don't think it's a coincidence at all either. No. Mike says the workplace narcissist is on a roll this week, all friggin' week. Well, that's very difficult. Are you doing your great rock thing, Mike? And by the way, welcome to the morning chat. Canada says, I have been watching your channel for a month or so, first day of commenting. Well, I'm happy to have you here. Keep coming back. We do this Monday through Friday on some level. Sansu is here. Hey girl, hey, are you feeling better today? Let me know. She said she's thankful for a nice sunny day. Shannon O'Brien says, Angela Ramsey, cool story. Totally agree. And Dawn says hi to Sansu. Una says, your videos have given me hope for a life for me and my granddaughter. Tons of thanks. That's awesome, Una. Thank you so much. Hugs and love to you. Gloria says, so proud of you, Canada, for watching the videos. So much to learn. Yes, indeed. There's a ton to learn, but you know what? It's definitely worth understanding because it will help you so much in so many areas of your life eventually. Canada says, just knowing you're not the crazy one is helpful. Canada says, my crazy roommate moved my underwear out of the laundry and put it in their boyfriend's to cause a scene. Like I didn't know. I know I didn't leave anything in the dryer. She totally did that plain. Yeah, of course she did that on purpose. Yeah, of course she did. I'm so sorry. That's ridiculous. Jack says to Canada, well, hey, lurking is all good in my book. You just respond when you feel ready, right? Glad you're here. Ditto. Nikki Lee says, my ex always says, remember when we went to this restaurant, places I'd never been? My ex pretended to have a bad memory. I know exactly what you mean. I actually had my ex say to me before, just stuff just like that, which I knew he had not done with me and he had done with someone else. It's ridiculous. Rose says, it is ridiculous. I'm almost afraid to date again. I have days that I'm hopeful and then days where I feel like I'm good being single. Yeah, don't rush it. You know what I mean? If you don't feel like dating, don't date. Don't rush. Take your time healing. You know what I mean, Miss Rose? It's a process. And I took a little more than a year after I left my ex before I was ready. But at that time, I didn't even really know what I had dealt with. And if I had known then what I know now, maybe I would have taken a little longer, But yeah. On the plus side, I did go really, really slow with my current husband. It took us a little more than 4 years to actually tie the knot and, 3 years to get engaged. So yeah. Gloria says, oh my gosh, Canada, you were living in a super stressful environment. I agree. Bluebird Lynn says, after 3 years of me being together with him, and his ex-girlfriend Facebook stalked me and left a like on one of my posts that was meant to antagonize me. It happened just a few weeks before the breakup, of course. Isn't that, oh, how frustrating. Yeah, so that means probably he was already talking to that ex at that time, which is very upsetting. Canada says, Jack, yeah, I was in a dark place last year. Finally healing. I can't talk about it more. It's all right. Take your time. We are here and we're happy to have you. And come as you are, Bluebird Lynn says she is not my Facebook friend. Yeah, of course. She was doing that to totally mess with your head. You're right. Meant to devastate you. Dawn says, Nikki, they have selective memory. Yup. Maria Calloway's back. Hello, welcome back. She says, hello, thank you. Thankful for you and your support. Maria is getting her internal locus of control together. Maria, is that you? Sam says, evening, everybody. Hi, Angie. Hey, Sam, welcome back. And Dawn says, hi, Maria. Canada says, Gloria, yeah, I know, but at least we know and can now heal and learn. Absolutely. Nikki Lee, Shannon says her mother did the same thing. It's gaslighting. I agree. Bluebird Lynn says, I did not make the connection until after the fact that maybe he had been talking with her. Right. I totally get it. I get it. Trust me. And that's almost like an intentional gaslighting maneuver. You know what I'm saying? So sorry. The entire duration of our relationship, even worse. Why even, well, on the plus side, maybe that means that, I don't know if plus is the right word for it, but I don't think that's the right word at all. On the opposite side of that, she may have thought that he and she were in a relationship this whole time too, which is even worse in some ways. She's probably getting her own, painful stuff served up as well. Not that it's your problem, but it is what it is. Hello, Kiera Duran, welcome. Canada says healing, love, and support. Absolutely. Susan Maxfield is here. She says, if narcs are serial monogamists, why do they ever bother getting married? I left my ex-boyfriend because I thought he was pulling away and playing games. Then his flying monkey text that I broke his heart. I actually did a video on this yesterday. Go check it out. There's silly, crazy reasons. Yeah. Casey Hall says, what I'm wondering is, he hasn't hoovered me. He has a new supply. My pictures are still on his Facebook and he leaves them on there. Why? Yes, I used to be a model and this girl's nowhere near me. Whoop, there it is. It's supply. It's everybody being, it's supply. That's supply for him. He wants to look good. He wants to look important. He wants to look amazing. And probably he's using this to torture the new girl. Because look, see this hot girl I got before, she's not, you're not as good as her. And so unfortunately, the new supply is probably going to have to live in your shadow for the entire relationship. And I'm sorry for her, but that's probably why he's doing it. If I were you, I would ask Facebook to take those down. You can do that by reporting the photos if you want to, especially since you've been a model before. That might even help in some ways. All right, guys, I am running out of time right now, but I will be back later today with another video, and I'll be back tomorrow morning for our usual Friday morning session. So I'm going to rush out of here, but until then, remember, I'm grateful for you. Thank you for being a part of my day and a part of my life. Thanks for letting me be a part of yours. It really, truly does mean a lot to me. And stick around with the chat. We'll be here. I think the chat will stay live for another 30 minutes or so, maybe 20, something like that. And I'll try to pop back in if I have the moment to do that before it ends. All right. Have a lovely day, everybody. I will see you very soon.